Hi everyone, and welcome back to Bullshit Boutique. As you can see, I got this whole art scene drawn up by Jey Cieri, a friend of mine who did a very good job. This is really cool. And you may have noticed that my hair is growing long as a metaphor for how I'm growing as a person throughout these trying times. Advice I've received is not to go to bed angry. Which is important because what you got to realize is you never know when you're going to die in your sleep. So if you go to bed angry, then you're going to die angry. And you don't want to die angry. And it's important in that way not to be angry throughout your daily life. Because really you never know when you're going to die. So instead of going to bed angry, lay in bed all night not sleeping and thinking about all the different ways you could possibly die angry. That's some advice that's helped me recently. Alright.
Yeah, motherfucker from the underfunded klutz who never undercut the butcher.
This episode, I want to talk about Keurig. I drink coffee by the pot, and I take the creeping capitalistic takeover of Keurig's single cup coffee system as an affront to my way of life. And my way of life is drinking coffee until I'm manic and I can stare a stranger in the face and give them a coffee-stained smile and say the words, "Everything is going to be okay." So I feel like I've been gaslit about Keurig coffee makers because they're absolute bullshit. From the very get-go, they never made any sense. I actually looked up the numbers here. So a Keurig coffee maker, I think the 2.0 K350 is the one I found, that costs $150. You could buy a regular coffee maker for about $20. Or you can just get a used one at a thrift store for like $5 because it turns out they all make the same bean drippings. So I found like a K-Cup variety pack from Walmart. I think the cheapest one I found was $43.20 for a 2-pack, which comes down to being about 45 cents per K-Cup. That's about 5 times more expensive than just a regular cup of coffee you make at home. And by the way, the only thing you're paying for is the inability to make more than 1 cup of coffee at the same time, or increase or decrease the strength of the coffee, or to be honest with you, make a decent cup of coffee. It's always just watered down bullshit. It's gross. If you happen to be environmentally minded, the K-Cups are completely non-recyclable. You can't recycle that, because within that cup is a filter, and it's the coffee grounds. Like, it's just not realistic to think that can be recycled. So if you drink a cup of Keurig coffee, you have to do it with a heavy conscience, knowing that somewhere a whale's bowels are being blocked by a huge chunk of these K-Cups, and it's slowly backing up until it chokes and dies on its own shit. By the way, I just wanted to point out how it's always a tragedy in the news whenever they find a whale or some kind of marine mammal that has a bunch of garbage in it, but every time they catch a shark, they just open the shark up and there's license plates and all kinds of crap, and then they don't say that's tragic. They just point at the shark and they say, "Look what this nasty bastard will eat." That always seemed unfair to me. Of course, Keurig does offer you the option of buying my K-Cup, which is a refillable cup, but then you're just the guy who paid $150 for this expensive coffee maker that now only makes 1 cup of coffee at a time, and in between you have to do a refill and what I have to assume is a very annoying cleanup. I guess one thing people have told me is they like that Keurig has flavored coffee, but you can honestly just buy flavored coffee grounds anyway, so if that's a new discovery to you, it's been a thing. Plus, I just have to say, if you're the type of person who only drinks donut flavored coffee, I don't think you like coffee. I think you like donuts. Go have a donut. You're worth it. The other thing they do to try to make their business model make any sort of sense is Keurig offers coffee that is 2 times the caffeine. To me, that's missing the point a little bit. I don't drink coffee all day because I need the caffeine. I do it because I'm 30 years old. The president is a reality TV show host. Country is being ravaged by a pandemic. let's see, fascism, racial injustice. I'm trying to stop smoking cigarettes, but I'm too old for a pacifier, and my soul is teething. I do have to admit that due to the pandemic, Keurigs kind of makes sense in like a work break room scenario, so that way there's not just an open pot of coffee for everyone to share. The individual cups do make sense because of the pandemic, but if it takes a pandemic for your product to make sense, your product is probably really fucking dumb. Alright, thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, leave a comment if you want me to talk about some of your bullshit. I'll do that. Until then, keep bullshitting, stay safe. See you later.
Sincerely, I was never on the cutting edge. My hand was on the hilt. You're free to build with the other end.